Yo, what's up guys, and welcome to day 2 of 0 to 1 million in 3 days.
Hey you! Would you like some cheap and reliable coins? Well, don't worry, because I've got you a place. Make sure to head over to FIFA Coin Zone HotSwazLand.com and use discount code FLAIR for 2% off. Or, what you could do, which is a little bit more reasonable, is use your Amazon Prime or $4.99 subscription over on my Twitch channel. Now you may ask, why would you want to do that? That's a pretty good question. I've got you sorted. Basically, you get a daily trading guide. And what if I've got some questions? Twitter DM, Twitch DM, email, business email, you name it. Thanks for watching, and make sure to enjoy the video.
So, we have been doing a bunch of silver trading because of course the election packs, we've gone and picked ourselves up loads and loads and loads of silver deals. You know, we've got loads of these about half price or below what they normally go for example. I mean, these aren't quite under it, but we got these for 3.2, these for 4k. But basically, we've absolutely stacked the transfers right now with expensive silvers, which we got for cheap because they're being flooded off the back of marking matchups. I've also got 41k. At the moment, I'm really not buying too much as well because in arguably less than half an hour, we are going to get ourselves POTM. So, kind of want to have as many coins as possible POTM, which by the way has been leaked to be Mane. So, it's going to be an interesting one because it's quite an expensive POTM, which means investments might not go up, and there might be a little bit too much pre-hype because it's been quote-unquote leaked for about an hour. So obviously, investments for it are going to be pre-invested, and obviously, you know, it's probably going to be like a 400 or 500k POTM, so arguably might not be done much. But yeah, what I might do is a little bit of silver trading, so I might show you 1 or 2 deals, and then you'll be able to see our POTM investment. We also have weekly objectives today to invest in, so that should be pretty interesting. But yeah, I'll see you guys when we either get some deals or do the POTM investing. So, as we get ourselves a good deal, I think it's just good to tell you guys we're doing a little bit of silver trading as EA is delaying POTM just a tad. So we got this guy for 2.1k, I think at the moment he's about 4.5k, so again we're still getting loads of good deals on the silver method, even though they're down slightly due to marquee matchups, but that works better in our favour because when they drop marquee matchups and the players are especially going up like this guy right here, it means there's good money to be made, but there's still loads of deals being thrown on the market. So, you know, that's pretty good on the whole of that. I mean, we'll show you what's selling on, what isn't selling on. Sold ourselves for Farias, probably bought him for about 1.5k or under. I got myself loads of good deals today. Got him for 3, got him for 1.5, got him for under a k, got him for a k, him for 550, him for 1k. These both for 800. What else have we got today? Got these left backs for under a k, got them under a k, literally just picked him up for 1.5, even though this guy's transferred, which means he's a little bit rarer. Let's see, we got that right back and a bunch of these cards we won. Probably list them up for a little bit cheaper because of course our coin flow is a little bit stagnant at 30k, but again we're just cracking under with the silver method. So I'll give you a little update with some of these silvers selling on. We got both these guys for under a k, some of them for 1.9 and 1.5. Delout we would have got for under 1.2 and sold him right here for 2.2. Yambre would have got for 800 coins, sold for 1.7. This guy I think we got for 1.5, sold him for 3k, and this guy we got for 2k, sold him for 2.9k. So we are going to be talking you through one of 2 sets of investments we have made today. And the first set which you'll be seeing right now is POTM, and then later in the video I'm going to be talking to you how I invested with some of the weekly objectives, and I'll tell you that we made a lot of money off of the weekly objectives. But with POTM, did we make as much? Not really. POTM in the end of the day needed 385 chemistry teams with 284 rated and 185. As a result, the high chemistry on every single team, I went and picked up players who were good for high chemistry. So I looked at Savics and then I looked at Kolarov. Kolarov ended up being a lot better because of the left back. Now again, the reasons I went with them: 85 chemistry. Of course, it's asking you to use a few weird things like a Liverpool player and the other one's a Senegalese player. So obviously with using that, you're going to have to either fit them in the team or you're going to have to use them out of there and have a lot of chemistry in the other players. And as a result, left backs and right backs did really well because they're all 4 at the back. Left wings and right wings did pretty well because they're all wide 4 at the backs. And yeah, obviously Kolarov ended up being pretty well, which you shall see in a... Just give you a little update on how these went. The Kolarovs were making probably about 1.5 to 2k. The Savics were selling for break even, and the Judez were selling for about 150 coins loss. We just sold this guy for, I think, 1k profit, and this guy for a k profit. You're wondering why I'm selling for a loss? Because it's better for me to have coins at 6 PM rather than hold on to the players and hope that they're good for 6 PM SBCs. It's better to be a little bit more liquid and versatile with my investments than, you know, very static and I can't go and buy anything new. So yeah, next time you'll see, we'll be us investing at whatever weekly objectives and SBCs we get at 6. And here we go. So at 6 PM, some pretty interesting things happened, and this started off with Scream upgrades. Now, one of the Scream upgrades I went and picked up was Tyrone Mings, which you'll see later on. I do manage to sell on to get a few extra coins. Again, EA's done this the last few times now. They've released upgrades for the Halloweens like 5-10 minutes earlier than they're meant to. So yeah, when I pick one of them up for 38k. I then went and saw in the weekly objectives. As you guys will be able to see right now, you need to score 4 games and win 4 games using a UCL attacker, a rare attacker. And I went straight onto Footbin and realised there are literally 3 strikers who are under, I think it was under 3k, who are UCL attackers. So I thought they do really well. So I went and picked myself up Hernandez of the Russian League. When I picked up Wesley of the Pro League, and then when I picked up Ousmane Dembele of the Ligue 1, and yeah, every single one did really, really well because there was a lack of high rated. Again, you'll see later in the video how much I managed to sell them on for. I then proceeded after that to go and pick up some other players. We've got Rafa right there for 2.5, which was pretty decent, and then I just looked for generic attackers. When then picked up some left and right mids, because of course they can be played left and right wings, so we got some Chopper Muteng, Chadley, and then a few, we got Hanani, as you can see, and then we also went and got some Galatasaray left and right wings of Oluku, and there's another guy from, what's it called? I don't know. So there's some other guy, I think it's Cape Verde Islands, something along the lines of that. We then also proceeded to move on to looking at 3 of the midfielders. There's some really pacey Galatasaray centre mid. There's some pacey, I think it's called like Ramalus, something along the lines of that from the Eredivisie when we picked up. So we basically went and put all our money onto the UCL cards. We also sold on the Tyro Mings we got for 30k. Or 32k, on for 38k to fund a little bit more. And then I also proceeded on top of that to then go and sell a few of the strikers, which again in the sec you see how much for, just so we could fund even more centre mids to go and buy because they weren't yet inflated, yet the strikers were inflated. So to give you a little update with how 6pm has gone, it has been absolutely amazing. All these guys, which I don't think I can show you right here, got for about I think 2k and under. We're going for 6-7k as a result of the weekly objective, and I've invested in lots more, so I have a little bit more coins. So at the moment I think we've got about 50, 60 of these UCLs, which again we all got cheap. Again, I think everyone's going to be very focused on the POTYs because of course they're quite big. So I thought, you know, UCLs are still cheap. I looked onto the Footbin and generally there aren't many UCL attackers. I think there's probably a pool of 20 players who are centre mids and above who are under like 3k. You know, like, they're all inflated because of the UCL SBCs we currently have and that are running till tomorrow. So the plan of action is going to be sell all these. Honestly, I think I've probably made about 300k off of them, and again, it's just rash investing. I didn't know these were coming out. You know, a lot of people, I guess, in the last Road to Glory thought I knew certain stuff was coming out. I'm never in the circle, you know, I'm never in a circle of knowing, I guess, information. Or a lot of the times, it's just, you know, as soon as it comes out, you've got to make the right decisions and buy players. And as I say, it's just learning the market, you know, learn where stuff is rare, learn where stuff isn't rare. But yeah, obviously, this is going to be a brilliant boost to the Road to Glory, and hopefully, it's going to push us towards that 1,000,000 coins. Obviously, next, what you'll probably see is we'll probably sell them on, and then you will do a little bit more silver trading. So to give you guys a little update on how stuff is doing, we've sold on yet more of our UCL attackers. Again, each one of these we bought for 1k, Flip for 6.5, and I think we bought him for 2, and these guys again here for about 1k, and Hernandez for 2k, so these obviously did really well. What we're doing right now is we're just selling on the silvers and the UCLs at the moment. As you can see, we've got pages there, and then we've got loads and loads of UCLs. Again, I'll probably just end up selling them for lazy buys, because hopefully what will happen is the price will be progressive, so the longer we wait, the more they go up. At the moment, I feel like we're in the stage of either that they're not going to go up, you know, in the long run, or where people are panic selling, because what's happening is these players are actually being slightly regressive and just keep dropping and dropping and dropping. But as I'm going to be patient on it, you know, for this Road to Glory to honestly be able to hit 1,000,000, we've got to hit some sort of miracles. So hopefully that miracle comes in the form of UCLs rebounding. I'd say, you know, this guy's not looking too bad. We did buy him for 5k, and you can see there are a few sub 5k, but yeah, we're going to hope onto them, hope for a miracle, and hope they go up. Again, it's not madly unrealistic, but that is what we're going to do. And at the meantime, we're also picking up loads of silver deals, because I've probably already got quite a lot of UCL, so we're changing up what we're picking our cards up on. And yeah, what we'll do now is we'll show you a few of our silver cards, and then as I say, at the end of the video, or I guess later in the video, you guys will be able to see how much we managed to get from the UCLs. We have been proceeding to do a little bit more silver method. Again, we're selling the UCL slowly on for lazy buys, and just basically stacking up the club ready with silvers, because at the moment, obviously, I can't go and list anything, but I might as well buy a bunch of players, so when stuff does sell on, I can go and list it up and obviously make ourselves a little bit of money. So again, we're just doing the silver method, doing the League SBC silver method, where you go through each league, club by club by club, picking up some deals. Again, you can see that the club right now is absolutely stacked. Just got myself Alphonso Davies for 1.3k, which is pretty decent. I should be selling for about 3k. Anything else we got which is especially good? We got for like 350 coins, not too bad. And yeah, that's about it. You know, nothing too mad. Got this guy for 1.4, been selling for about 2.4, 2.2 all day, but that's about it. Again, we're going to proceed to do on with a little bit of silver trading, and then we'll wrap up the episode. Okay, just to end off this episode, EA is going to drop some man the matches, if we can check it out over here. And one of these is Naby Keita now. I'm just checking out, and Naby Keita is actually being used in a lot of the solutions for what's it called? Sadio Mane's POTM. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go pick up a bunch of normal Naby Keitas, because if he's being used in the POTM but he's not in packs, his card should progressively rise and rise and rise. So what we're going to do is we are going to go and fully invest in him. Now I think he's about 2k in the first place, so he's not the cheapest card in the first place, but he has dropped since the release of the SBC. So let's go and see how much he is, and then we'll go and invest whatever sort of money I can into it, and then we'll end off the episode. Again, this is basically like Verratti from the first time, when, you know, the gold card is now not in packs, and as a result, they should rise and rise and rise. So yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put as much money as I can in Naby Keita, and I'll sell them all tomorrow evening. And as a result, hopefully, they'll do pretty well. So what I'm going to do, which is a little bit of a play, is I'm actually going to go and bid on a bunch. Now, the reason I'm going to go and bid on a bunch is so he doesn't fill up my unassigned, and I can access cards instantly. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm probably going to go and bid 1.9k on a bunch of Naby Keitas. Now, as I say, they'll be sitting on my watch list, and basically whenever I want to get him, I can just remove him, and he doesn't clog up my unassigned. And that's because if I go and buy 50 Naby Keitas, I either have to move them to the transfer list, or I'll just have to sell them, just because I won't be able to get to any silver deals or any active deals I get. Whereas if I go and put them on the transfer list, and I go and, you know, and basically I can have them sitting on the transfer list, as soon as I want to go and sell them, I can go and click on them, it'll send them to my unassigned, and then I'll be able to go and sell them. But what we're going to do is we're probably going to spend another like 20-30 minutes trying to get some coins to go and then invest in Naby Keita, and then, as I say, we'll be selling him tomorrow evening, when hopefully he'll rise as a result of being used in Mane's POTM but not being resupplied. So we are going to be ending off episode 2/day 2 of 0 to 1 million in 3 days with again 0 SBCs. We'll give you a little progress update. So basically we're selling every single one of these for break even. I'm just selling them on quote unquote lazy buyers, because I think they should be pretty easy to sell on. I would like them to sell on sooner rather than later, so we can start getting silvers listed up, as we have a plethora of silvers both in the club and sitting on here. But yeah, so we're trying to sell obviously the silvers we get on silver deals. We're trying to sell these UCLs again for break even. Obviously the strikers ended up doing pretty well, probably bringing me in like 60-70k. We then move into the club, and we have got a few UCLs left to sell on, but we're stacking up loads and loads of silvers to be able to sell on again once we sold our UCLs, because then we'll have 100 spaces. But yeah, it's looking pretty good. I would honestly probably gander that I'm about 300 to 400k, and we've recently now just put 70k onto Naby Keitas, including a bunch on buy now, and again a bunch on a bid. And there you go, there's a bunch more silver and bronze deals I've been picking up. I think silver and bronze deals actually dropped, or silver and bronze cards actually ended up dropping because of the icon SBCs and people doing humble beginnings, and then whatever the one after humble beginnings is, which put loads of silvers and I guess actually non-rares, ignore that, but basically put loads of silvers on the market, because obviously now there's loads of humble beginning SBCs to do. So these dropped for one reason or another today, which was pretty interesting. Maybe also got something to do with foot swap. But I think that's about it. Again, just been doing loads of silver method. Hopefully we'll be able to clutch out with a bunch of silver method tomorrow, combined with hopefully a good promo at 6 PM, because again, 300-400k for me to have to make 4, you know, basically 600k tomorrow would be very, very difficult. Again, we'll have to literally hardcore silver trade. But yeah, it'll be interesting how it goes. Today's honestly not been bad, because day one I probably would say we ended off probably with like 150, and now today we've earned another 250k, so I guess it's progressive how much we're making. You know, in the end of the day, if we made 350k tomorrow, it's still 750 in 3 days, which, again, this challenge has been a lot harder than I thought it would, honestly. Relying on those beginning SBCs, you know, getting you off those mark, honestly, really, really reliant. But, again, we haven't had too much to trade with. We did okay with today's, what's it called, daily objectives. Could have done a little bit better. Maybe I would have gone championship players, but is what it is in the end of the day. You know, we did quite well with the Champions League players. So we shall see you guys tomorrow, where hopefully we will be able to make up the rest of the coins and hit our 1 million in 3 days without any SBCs.